In honor of the Battlefield beta happening this week, I thought it would be a great chance to talk about Battlefield 2042's Earth and what has happened to it that has resulted in humanity going into World War III with each other. So sit back, get on your wingsuit, and get ready to soar as we talk about this Earth. This is Alternate Earths, the series we talk about different Earths from different universes. And this one we'll be talking Battlefield 2042. Enjoy, let's go. Battlefield. Basically, Battlefield is always made up of just basically a different time period of different war tactics and battles. For instance, there is Battlefield World War I, Battlefield World War II, Battlefield Cold War, Battlefield 4, which was more of a modern warfare kind of thing. But this one takes place in a possible future in the year of 2042. So let's just give a brief summary of what exactly happened in this timeline. So, how did we get to a world that is ravaged by war? Well, basically we ignored about global warming. The polar ice caps melted, which resulted in a lot of coastal areas being flooded. Because of this created an issue in which people, aka refugees, need to find a place to stay, but no one would take them in. And plus, since governments were fighting over resources because of the rising sea level, the refugees had decided to form their own organization called NOPATS. Basically, they do not belong to any nation. They are independent and they basically fight for their own survival. And that's just how the NOPATS work. The rising sea wasn't the only problem that the world had to deal with. Large category storms were also affecting the world as well. As you can see here in this gameplay, a tornado is sweeping around the map. This is what it would be like when you play a match. You have no idea what kind of dangers you could be dealing with, ranging from a sandstorm coming in to just a full-blown tornado. You really don't know what you're getting into. And that's pretty much how the world is in this world. It's just fighting over resources and land for territories between Russia and the US, and the NOPATS are put in the crossfire, fighting for both sides, because it's for their survival in the future. Now, that might sound a little bit confusing, but that's just part of the grander story of the whole Battlefield 2042 timeline. Basically, I would strongly recommend go play the game or go learn more about it, because me explaining it does not give it justice. But anyway, let's continue onwards for how the world has changed in this world. Now then, to explain the world, basically if you look on the far left, that is South Korea. It became a major tech company infrastructure for data running throughout the world. As for your right, I don't really recall what that was actually. But on the left bottom, basically that is a shipyard in Africa, I believe, that has dried up, and that it is no longer, used, and they're just empty cargo ships. And on the bottom right, that's my favorite. That's actually Egypt. One of the cool things about this world is humanity has managed to genetically modify a lot of things for crops to grow in deserts with little to no water, and also utilizing solar power and that kind of stuff. And another thing is, actually, Egypt is pretty good because they're taking in NOPATS, actually. They just ask them to help out with Egypt's economy. That could be from agriculture to basically engineering or anything. That's one of the things about the NOPATS is these are just random people. These are random people who had skills, who had a life, who had a formal career in jobs and skills. But now they are fighting in a battle for survival. Also, one of the unique things I discovered when I was looking about this is I think Singapore is one of the major shipping yard areas. They kind of have a cool little border area. I couldn't find any pictures of it, but it was super cool. But I think one of the cool things is how technology has improved is we now have pineapples that have a shelf life of 24 months, which that's like 2 years. And I find that just so incredible. But anywho, let's continue forward. So you're probably wondering, okay, so then how did it all happen? What led to the United States and the Russia going to war with one another? Simple. There was a solar flare that knocked out our satellites. Same goes for Russia, resulting in no one really could figure out, other people and what they're doing. But a satellite landed down that had the data that was required. And that data started an issue. And this is what our Nomad Irish was going to go get. In this video, it will explain it all.
I'm at the drop. Good. The informant has arrived. Fuck! Ambush. That briefcase is our ace card. Do not fail us, Captain.
Usually I know what I'm risking my neck for.
Usually, I don't explain myself.
Shit. There you are. Bukowski? No. Irish, you traitor. How much do the Nopads pay you to fuck over your own country?
My loyalty is with the refugees on this boat. That includes you now.
Irish, Oz is better 20 clicks out. I think you better take a look at something.
Listen, if you give Oz that case, that fucking terrorist will start World War III.
That's what they always say, Pac. Believe that shit if you want to. But I know what I'm fighting for.
Dad! You came back.
Always, big man. Hey, I got something for you.
Who's that?
Nobody. Head back downstairs now. Put that back, Ra. We don't get paid to interfere.
I know, but this is too big to ignore. America's got an experimental weapon that's about to fall out of the sky at these coordinates in 36 hours. They're desperate to recover their dirty little secret. If Russia gets it first, it could spark a war.
Fuck. We can't let that maniac get his hands on the coordinates. Bukowski was right.
Oz's men will be here any second. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants. We have civilians on board. We don't have enough manpower. I don't think we have a choice.
Head straight into that storm.
That's a Category 5, sir.
Nah. That's home field advantage.
Shit. I think they sense the deal's off.
You have the Conroe. Oz ain't taking this boat.
Irish, the storm is gonna kill us!
This storm's a fucking cavalry! fucking hands off of my son!
You know who the Ronin were, Irish. They were warriors with no country, no cause. That's how they see us. The Wild Ones who forget we exist. Give us the intel and we will force them to see.
You start this war, millions of no-pads will die in the crossfire!
The price we pay for a new world.
No!
History will remember this, Irish.
And so will I.
Only one way to stop this war. And that's to get in the middle of it. Put a call out to any no-pad who will listen.
36 hours to Doha. Get ready to fight!
Battlefield 2042 started. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Alternate Earths. Tune in next time when we talk about the zombie apocalypse on Earth. Until then, this is Nash X, signing off.